Good morning, good morning. Hi. Happy Thursday. Yeah, happy Thursday. Hope your week's been going well. Mine's been pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Cheers. Okay. This morning, we're going to talk about 8 unconventional ways to take better care of yourself. I read an article from Courtney Carver, and she runs the website Be More with Less. She's a minimalist. She has done, her big thing that she created was, what is it called? It is up in the closet where you, Project 333. So for 3 months, you wear the same 33 articles of clothing. And that includes scarves and rings and whatever, like 33 things. That's all you get to wear for 3 months. So she created that, and it's part of like the minimalism movement. And she's really awesome. She has some really great articles and emails that come in every single week. So this is directly from her, and I loved it. I read it, and I was like, this is awesome. So that all said, mad props to Courtney. She's amazing. 8 unconventional ways to take better care of yourself. Okay. Number 8 is to embrace margin. So what that means is to do less, to schedule less, to have space between your appointments, to embrace those hours where nothing is on the books. Really be grateful for those moments and resist the urge to fill those hours constantly. I've said this before on here, but before COVID happened, I was constantly filling my schedule with all sorts of stuff, and it was fun and it was exhausting, and it wasn't necessarily anything that was driving me as a human forward. It was just filling the void to not feel things, right? So a way of avoidance, really. So if you are filling up your schedule with all sorts of things, ask yourself why you're doing it. Try to figure that piece out. Because leaving space really helps create a lot in your life, actually. So that's number 8. Okay. Number 7 of an unconventional way to take better care of yourself is to do it your own way. Okay. So stop trying to be normal. Stop trying to fit in. Who cares about the Joneses, right? Check your heart and your head when you're going to do something. Don't immediately go to Google. Don't go to your friends. Don't go to, anybody else. How do you want to do it? Do it your way. You're important. You're amazing. Do it your own way. I think part of that is the willingness to experiment. So seeing what resonates for you and with your own, just experimenting with your own decisions, really. I know a lot of us get into the habit of following what other people do, whether you really know it or not. So just find what works best for you and do that. It's awesome. Be proud of that. Be confident in that decision. I've said this before, but you know you better than anybody else, right? So trust that. It's important. She says in here that sometimes it may feel like a relief when someone tells you exactly how to do something or how to change and what steps to take. And that's a great thing. That's probably a system that has worked for them, and that's fantastic. So maybe for your own purpose, take some of those things, read what they've done, and then kind of figure out how it works for you, how it works in your life. So you can always take the shell of what somebody's done and kind of tweak it to make it your own. I think that's the best way to do it. Okay, number 6, give up always having to be right. Yes, this is self-care. Stop trying to be right all the time, especially with everything going on in our political climate in this day and age. So Miss Amanda White says, give up being around people who are committed to making you wrong. That stuff is exhausting, you guys. I've been watching on Facebook, and I'm like, this is just tiring. Just watching the debates back and forth, and everybody's right, and it's just nauseating, to be honest. A healthy conversation, even if you don't agree with somebody, can be a really great thing. But when you're kind of defending your point without a purpose and arguing just to argue, and you get like trapped in this stupid little rabbit hole, yeah, it's kind of time to move on at that point, right? Okay, so number 5, moving on. I don't want to get political. So number 5, on the 8 unconventional ways to take better care of yourself is to take a different approach to your results and your weight. I think that a lot of us have scales in our room or in our houses, and the scale isn't everything, right? There's things called non-scale victories, and for me, those are the best victories, because the reason why I wanted to lose weight when I first started my nutrition journey was that I would get in the car and I would put my seatbelt on and I would have to adjust my stomach so it wasn't like hanging over the seatbelt uncomfortably. I was sick of that. I was so sick of that. Not to mention I also split a couple pairs of pants while I was working on Halloween props in the garage. But that wasn't the driver. The driver was me getting in the car, buckling my seatbelt, and then having to adjust my stomach. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. It drove me nuts. So when I started to lose weight, that was like my favorite part. I didn't really care about the number on the scale. I still don't. What I do care about is that my pants fit comfortably and that when I get into the truck or the car, I just put the seatbelt on and boom, I'm good. It's fantastic. Like I don't have to make those weird adjustments anymore. So it really is a great way to take care of yourself, right? Practice kind of that gratitude for your non-scale victories and don't pay so much attention to kind of the weight. And with all that, right, we live in this very crazy diet culture where we have all these photoshopped models, blasting us from every angle. So don't fall into those traps. Don't fall into the comparison game with those people, right? It's all about how you feel about yourself. Okay. Number 4, turn it off. The news, by your phone, by shut electronics off. I'm not saying you have to do it for hours and hours and hours and days on end, and you don't have to make some announcement on Facebook saying I've had enough, I'm going to be off of this until after the election. If you do that, that's great, but you don't have to do that. You can just simply shut your stuff off, right? Your friends know how to get a hold of you. The people that you know and love and trust and care about, they know how to get a hold of you. There's ways. They can call you or send you a text. They can send you an email or snail mail. I've sent snail mail in the last 6 months since COVID started. I've been sending letters to people. It's been a lot of fun. Anyway, regardless, the news, your phone, all that stuff, everything that can get in there and not everything, but a lot of stuff that can get into your brain in your mental state and kind of compromise your mental health usually has an on and off switch, right? So just shut that stuff off. Don't wait until you've had enough. Just shut it off. You can schedule pockets of time in your day where you can shut it off. So let's say maybe from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. or maybe over dinner with your family. So from 5 to 7 p.m. every night, no electronics, no TV, no distractions are allowed. That's a great way to unplug. And even better at that point, then you get to connect with your loved ones and your family. That's great. If you want to power down for a full week, awesome. For a full month, awesome. Go do it. She says, tune out so you can tune in. I like that. Okay, number 3. People are going to not love me for this one, but stop drinking alcohol. We live in a very much, in an alcohol culture, right? Where it's weird if you don't drink a lot of the times. Like the whole rosé all day. Yeah. Rosé all day. And mommy juice. I've heard that one. I've actually seen a shirt at Target that said mommy juice. And I was like, oh, okay. That's an alcohol shirt right there. But you would think that drinking is a form of self-care because it helps you kind of kick back and relax, right? Take the edge off. You hear that all the time. But really, it only adds a lot of anxiety to your life if you stop and you look at it from an outsider perspective. I'm not going to go off about alcohol, but if you want to take better care of yourself, actually stop drinking the rosé. Okay, stop drinking the beers all the time. And again, not saying you have to do it for the rest of your life, but maybe you take a month-long break. And to be able to say that you didn't drink during COVID or you didn't drink during all the stuff happening in the world, even for a month, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, that shows a lot of, shows that you care about yourself a lot, I think. Okay. Number 2, walk away. Walk away from things, you guys. Not everything is meant for you. And that's okay. I used to be kind of a person that was like, I had to know a little bit about everything, and I had to, I kind of had to have this like low-lying, like broad spectrum of just like all the things that I didn't necessarily love, but I felt like I had to like be present with those. I don't know if that makes sense. But when I got older and I started knowing myself better and actually caring about myself more than what I cared about what other people thought, I kind of narrowed in on what it is I actually like doing. Which is helping people, which is teaching yoga, which is doing yoga, which is talking with people and helping people through their nutritional needs. I love that stuff. It's fun. Like, I really, really enjoy doing it. But, so what that means is that I walk away from other things now. I don't say yes to all sorts of things. I say no. And that allows me to say yes to the things that I actually like doing. So when you're walking away from the stuff that's not meant for you, you are taking steps towards what is meant for you. Okay? So something to try on as you go about your week. And the first one, number 1 in our 8 unconventional ways to take better care of yourself, is to declutter your space. I dig it. I am such a fan of minimalism, you guys. You wouldn't walk into our house and be like, oh, these guys have nothing, like they're minimalist. No, you wouldn't say that, but minimalism looks different for everybody, right? Everything looks different for everybody. But I personally, I like a clear desk, for instance. So if you're kind of looking for something that you can do that'll kind of clear up your mind, that'll kind of help with your own personal self-care, maybe just clear off your office desk. Or grab your junk drawer. Like, what the hell's in that beast? Clear some of that stuff out. Organize it. I would say get rid of most of it first, and then organize what's left, right? But I think it's a gift, really, for yourself when you let go of things that you don't love and are no longer serving you, because then what's left over are only the things that you love and enjoy. That is magical right there, you guys. All right. So those are Courtney Carver's 8 unconventional ways to take better care of yourself. And I just, like I said, I really, really enjoyed those. They make a lot of sense to me, and I practice a lot of those in my daily life. So if you have any questions, just shoot them below. I'll answer you right away. But yeah, and if you want to work more closely on getting healthier, on getting happier, I'm more than willing to be there for you and be your coach. You can head over to rootdownwellbeing.com and fill out a free wellness profile, and we'll get started with your nutrition right away. Okay, happy Thursday. I hope you have a great day. I hope you make it a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, bye.